5 illusions that keep women stuck. So you keep saying, I'll start my online business later. Maybe you've been saying it for months, maybe for years. I'll start when I finish this project at work. I will start showing up on camera when I lose weight. I will start when I have time. And here's what no one tells you, is that this someday is not a time on the calendar. So in this episode, I'm gonna share with you the 5 illusions that keep smart, capable, amazing women stuck at level 0. And I'm gonna show you how to break from each of these. So these illusions are some of the biggest hidden traps that if you don't recognize them for what they are, you could continue waiting and hoping for something and losing time. So also at the end, I'm going to invite you to register for my free 3-day live intensive, where I'll show you exactly how to get started, how to go from 0 to your first paying clients and start making money online. So I'm Paulina Solda, and let's go. Let's dive in. Let me tell you about the time when I just left my job at the United Nations. I decided to become a coach. I started looking for options online. And I knew that I had something valuable to share. But then every time I tried to post something, I just froze. Who am I to teach this? What if people will not like it? If my old colleagues will see it, they're going to think that I'm just crazy. Does it sound familiar? And then I spent so much time consuming courses, watching YouTube videos, reading blog posts, buying so many programs. And I actually I think I knew more than what some people teach. But then I hadn't posted a single piece of content. I wasn't on social media. I was living in illusion, not reality. And here's the truth that changed everything for me. You can't grow by just learning. You can't grow by planning. You can't grow by watching other people doing it while you're standing on the sidelines. You can only learn by doing. And so today, I am running my own business. I have a team. I build the systems. I have my courses. I have the freedom of time where I have my family, I have my personal time. And it would not be possible if I stayed stuck in those illusions. So if you're listening right now, you're probably going to be in one of these 3 places. One is that you haven't posted anything online. You have 0 followers. You might be just paralyzed by where and how you start. 2 is that you have tried. Maybe you posted a few things and then maybe nothing happened and you kind of gave up or stuck, not sure what to do. And then 3, you have consumed so many different courses, but you still haven't been showing up consistently. And so all of this have the same root cause. Means you're stuck in an illusion instead of reality. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So let's talk about the 5 illusions. But first, before we dive into them, I want you to understand something really fundamental here. So there are really just 2 states that we can be in. One is an illusion, and this is where things are not factual. They cannot be measured. Opinions, assumptions, feelings, fears, discussions, predictions, even information. Like you learned something, you understood something, you've heard something, you actually even discussed something, you maybe even felt something, but all of these are illusions. Why? Well, they might be true, they might not be true. But reality, this is where confirmed by facts that's happened in the real world. This is where it's like money in your bank account. It's number of followers on your page. It's results you can measure. It's how many clients you work with. And it's so important. So one of the key things I teach inside all of my programs, all of my students, is self-coaching. And the first step, which will change your life, if you just learn to separate when we talk about circumstances, thoughts, feelings, and actions, it's so important to separate facts. So what is the circumstance? She ghosted me. That's not a fact. A man did not, there was no response to a text. That's a fact. So important to separate illusion from reality. And here's the hard truth. You can only grow by being in reality, by taking action. You can't meet the love of your life by just watching YouTube videos or virtual summits or showing up on coaching calls. You can only do it by taking action in the real world, going out, meeting men, creating real results. So let's dive into this illusion. So the first one is someday, an illusion of someday. This is the most common one. I'll finish watching this podcast and then I will start. I will do a photo shoot and then I will start my Instagram. I'll finish the project at work and then I'm going to work on my online business. I'll move to another city and then I'm going to start my business. I'll lose weight and then I'll be on camera. It's called the backstage effect. So you believe that's something that needs to happen behind the scenes before you can actually step on the stage. And you don't even know oftentimes what it is, but it's something. And once it happens, once everything falls into place, here's what you need to understand, is that it is an illusion, which means it doesn't depend on objective factors. And the reason isn't that you actually need to finish that course first. The reason isn't that you actually need to lose that weight first. The reason is that you need to train your brain. And your brain is now used to thinking this way. So watch what happens if you just let it do its thing. You lose weight, and then your brain says, okay, cool. Now you need better clothes before you can do that photo shoot. You go buy clothes, and then the brain says, yeah, great, but now, it's summertime, let's take a break. Let's go on vacation. You have all these nice outfits. We'll start working on the business in fall. And then fall comes and you're like, I'm just not feeling it. Let's just wait till the new year and we're going to start fresh. You see this pattern, right? It's just, it's called your unsupervised brain that just keeps you in that backstage. And there is, you might have heard this quote, which again, if you just listen to that, it's going to change everything for you. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. So the only way for you to start is to start now. Exactly where you are, the way you can, exactly as the person you are right now. No one in the history in the world started any other way if it comes to their Instagram account or their online business. Everyone built their audience and started in the present moment, exactly where they were, the way they could, as the person they were at the time. And this is the only way to start. And I think many of you could be thinking, yeah, of course, it makes sense. But of course, that's not going to be enough for you to take action. Because for so many of us, there's this need for hyper control. And we need to know what's going to happen in the future. Maybe it's a sense of insecurity or like disrupted childhood safety. Whatever it is, you need to control. You need to know exactly what's going to happen. You want everything to go according to a plan. You need to understand every step before you commit and take action. You want to see the whole staircase before you even will take that first step. And you might say, I'll only start when I see the entire path from the beginning to the end, when I understand exactly every step, every consequence, every risk, only when I will begin. But here's the problem. It's impossible. You cannot plan the whole journey from point A because you don't have the data. You don't have the skills. You don't have the experience. You're literally not the person who can plan it. It's like you trying to solve a complex calculus equation when you just came to the first grade. You haven't learned multiplication yet. You haven't learned algebra. And you can't plan your way to the solution of a problem because you just don't have what it takes yet. And you can learn something new with every step, first grade, second grade, sixth grade, and so forth. And if you let go of control of the future and you just acknowledge that you cannot think through this whole plan, you cannot control your future as much as you would like. And then you're going to start taking action. And super successful people, what they do is that they start without knowing the how they're going to get there, without knowing all the plans. I'm going to start now, and then I'm going to figure it out. I don't know how I'm going to get my first client, but I can figure it out. I don't know what my target ideal audience will be, but I can test different things, and I can test different hypotheses. So those who can start, not someday, but start right now, they get results. And those who wait for someday, those who want to plan, those who want to control the future, they stuck, and they stay stuck. So illusion number 2, the $1 million trap. So what happens, and that's actually what has happened to me, is that you see all of these case studies. Oh, she just had a 6-figure launch, or oh, this person just hit their first million, or this person just one reel brought them 10,000 followers. And I have been in environments where these people are so close to me, and I'm thinking like, the difference between us is minimal. Like, I should be able to do this. And then I start aiming for something so big. Like, I don't want to deal with small stuff. I want 100,000 followers when I'm at 15. I want 5x my income in 1 year. And smaller goals, they seem to be like insignificant and a waste of time. Like, why? And maybe for you, like maybe you think, why would I think about $3,000 when someone made 10,000? And what happens is that we're trying to build the spaceship that will take humans to Mars when we haven't even learned how to ride a bicycle yet. And then we look at other people, we look at the examples, but we haven't been considering their skill set, their charisma, their personality type, their experience, what their beliefs even. So please don't compare yourself to anyone. Compare yourself only to yourself. And the only question that matters is that, are you growing compared to where you were? So healthy growth will look like, first, you make your 300, then you make your 3,000, then you make 10,000, then you make 20,000, then you make 50,000. The same with followers. First, you get your first 100, then 300, then 1,000, then 3,000. Each step is the level you have to pass, and you can't skip those levels. So, and here's something so important, that nothing is worse than actually this big, fast, and kind of random success. So imagine if you just think about yourself when you were 16 years old. No skills, no track record. Imagine if right now you got your online business making $1 million a year, but you have no idea how to manage the systems, how to provide value for your clients. How quickly will you lose it? Because you don't, very quickly, maybe in a few months, because you don't have the skills. You haven't walked the path to build those skills. And the same with lottery winners, people who accidentally get rich quick. What happens? What are their stories? The same way, pretty much most of them, they end up exactly where they started, or even worse, going bankrupt. So it will hurt you if you just jump, even if you got lucky. That's not a sustainable path. You need to walk your own path. You need to build your skills. You need to become the new version of yourself that actually deserves and earn those results. And those results are going to stay with you. It's sort of like the only way to look fit is by being someone who is a fit person, who exercises regularly, who eats healthy, who doesn't overeat, who takes really good care of themselves. The same with being a millionaire. To be a millionaire, it's having the skill set, it's creating the amount of value for other people, it's having the habits that millionaires have, it's actually doing only specific things that can make you millions of dollars instead of doing something at a different level. So think about, don't devalue anything. Think about what is the step you're in, what is that next level for you, and focus on that. So illusion number 3 is not enough. I'm not good enough. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not expert enough. I am too much of a beginner. I have an accent. My apartment is not pretty enough. I don't have the latest iPhone. You name it. So it's something like I used to, when I was kind of hiding from social media, I would get active, I would post, I would create content when I traveled. And then I would come home and I would stop. And then I thought, why is this happening? It's because I thought it my life, my regular day-to-day life, my ordinary life, that it wasn't good enough. It was unworthy showing to people. And if you think my real life isn't good enough, only my highlights, only my vacations are worth showing, this is how we break free from this illusion. And this technique, which is a coaching technique, is called changing meanings. You're going to take the fact that's stopping you, you're going to change what you make it mean. So your fact, for example, overweight. Old meaning, people won't watch someone who is overweight. The new meaning, if you want to help other people to lose weight, people will see me as one of them. I am a real person with real problems. Plus, I will document my journey of lost weight. I will inspire thousands of people. So you turn your weakness into your advantage. Another one, it's a fact that you're a beginner. The old meaning is no one will want to listen to a beginner. The new meaning, I'll share content from a position of learning, not teaching. People will watch me like a TV show, reality series. Will he succeed or not? And that's actually more interesting to follow. And here's a real case study, my own example, as I am obsessed with artificial intelligence and I'm learning so much. Now you can see on my Instagram that I'm sharing and we can learn together. We're figuring it out. My team is figuring it out, my audience. And I already see new followers, I already see more views, and people already started reaching out asking, how do you do that? What are you doing? So we, instead of saying I'm a beginner, let's just figure it out together. Let's build an audience, and the audience who wants to watch your journey and who wants to learn with you. So here's another thought. Why online, like why people need me? I'll never catch up. There's so many people online. We're already experts with millions of followers. We're people with huge teams. We're people with 10 years of experience. If you think, what can I possibly offer? I'm worse than any of them. And here's what's important to realize, that you're not a copy of anyone, which means I have a right to exist, you have a right to exist. And you can show other people your real journey, and your real journey is different from mine or anyone else's. And there are people for whom those big experts are going to be too polished, too successful, too far away. But someone who's starting right now, like you, from that familiar place, relatable. So you can turn your weakness into your advantage if you think, oh, I'm a beginner. So think about this. Think about 5 reasons why you think you're not good enough to show up online. And now write the new meaning. If you think I'm too old, the new meaning, I can connect with mature audience who don't want to watch millennials or Gen Z. If you think I'm ordinary, then new meaning. I can inspire other people who think they're ordinary and they worry that they need to be special to be successful, and so on. So illusion number 4, I'm incapable. If you think I've done everything, if you've tried different formats, you've hired different coaches, and nothing worked. What works for others is not going to work for me. I think I'm incapable. So I do not believe this. And here's why. So if you think about that somehow it's just fate there, that it's just not meant to be, no, it doesn't work like that. There is an explanation for everything. There is a pattern for everything. And the higher your intelligence, the more you will see those patterns. For example, the pancake metaphor. I make pancakes every Sunday morning for my family. And you could just take specific ingredients in a specific order and just follow the steps and guaranteed you're going to have pancakes. And then imagine someone who makes pancakes, follows the recipe, and then they say, oh, the cooking doesn't work for me. I'm just not good at that. And I'm just not meant to do this. Versus, you would think like, listen, you just need to add eggs here, or you need to put less milk here, or you need to, wait a little bit longer until you flip them, right? So it's not that you're not capable. It could be that you just didn't follow the step in the process. So maybe you cooked the wrong amount of time. So it's the same with content. If you have specific ingredients, right, you gotta look at the recipe. For example, in your content, did you follow specific structure? Did you actually analyze what your audience needs, what their pain points and desires? Do you actually speak real language? Do you actually engage with them by asking them questions at the end? Do you give them some value, or you're just selling them? There is a reason why, if it's not working right now, it doesn't work, and there is a way to fix it. So if you think, okay, it's not working, then there's got to be something about the process, because the recipe works. And as a beginner, you might be saying, I'm not the right person, I don't have what it takes, I'm not capable. Or you could just look at, okay, here's the recipe, these are the steps. Did I follow the steps? Did I, like all the rules, did I, what are the reasons? And you look at specific elements and you find exactly what's missing, and then you fix it. So be smart. And when you do something for the first time, or even several times, it's going to be a learning process. It's going to be trying different hypotheses. Okay, if I don't put eggs, this is what's going to happen. Now, if I add an egg to the mix, the pancakes are better, right? So I'm going to do that. You get an idea. So, and then the final illusion is that people will judge me. And for so many people who haven't started yet, people think, okay, they're gonna comment, my friends will laugh at me, my family will think I'm crazy. But the truth, the illusion is that people already judge you. And here's how judgment works. So we can simplify it. There are strangers who can judge you, and there are people who know you can judge you. Family, your friends. So when you're just starting, right, here's the good news. Most people who don't know you, they will not care at all about what you post. So they're just gonna scroll past. They're not gonna judge you. And if you look awkward, if you said something silly, or you had an awkward pause, they're not gonna hate you for that. They just don't care. Okay. The strangers, interestingly, start showing their judgment and hate when you have results, when money comes in, when you become visible. But until then, don't even bother. And when they come and start judging you, it means you became successful. Now, when it comes to close people in your life, your close circle, it's going to be the opposite. They're going to judge you at the start. They're going to tease you, they're going to challenge you, they're going to comment, make fun of you. Why? Because you're growing, you're stepping out of whatever it is you did before. Hurts other people because they're not doing it. And there is some pain to that, because what if you succeed? Does it mean that I'm living wrong? So they will try to stop you, and it will mask as concerns or just joking around. They want you to stay at the same level. And that will apply to even the closest relationships, maybe even your parents, your spouses. Because what happens when you succeed and your close people see that? Most of them probably will just unsubscribe, will just stop watching your content, because it's too painful for them to see. So remember this, that 99% of all judgments, all the hate, it's not about you. If someone says, this didn't work out for me, I'm so upset at you, and they're your client, all it means is that I didn't make it work for me, and I'm upset at myself. So If I say, who are you to teach? Then what it means is that I don't allow myself to teach. And it hurts me that you allow yourself to do what I don't allow myself to do. So you got to understand the psychology of a dynamic and just see it for what it is and don't take it personally. And if you have someone who wants you to just live by the rules, you can just agree and live your life according to someone else's expectations. Or you can have a conversation and say that the impact that the comments have, right? And make a request and set a boundary. Or if they don't respect that, if they don't listen, if they refuse, you can just block their access. You just can't stop having conversations about that. You don't have to cut them out of your life completely, but you can protect that specific area that is, especially in the beginning, very fragile as you're just starting, and protect it from negativity. And again, here's the final thing, which is why it's an illusion. People will always judge you no matter what you do. You're going to post a lot of content. They're going to say you're too much. You're going to post less. They're going to judge you and say something else about you're not putting enough value out there. So you cannot make everyone happy. But what you can do is rely on the internal sense that have that inner core inside you that has nothing to do with other people's opinion. And how do you deal with a solution? You go there. You go and you look at the judgments. You see them for what they are. It's opinions of other people. And you allow that. You're not resisting it. You're not stopping your mission. You're not stopping sharing your message because someone else doesn't agree with you or has a different opinion. Okay? So let's recap these 5 illusions. The first one is this: someday. Someday, when the perfect, whatever it is, your brain, if you let it, will always find another reason to postpone. Start now. Illusion 2, the $1 million trap. I want results immediately. I want everything here and now. I want it big, and I'm not interested in playing that small game. No, walk your path, pass your levels. Illusion number 3, I'm not good enough. I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too ordinary, I'm not expert enough. Change the meaning. Turn every weakness into your asset, into your strength, into your advantage. Illusion number 4, incapable. I've tried everything, nothing worked. No. Here is the recipe, this is the process. You just missed one of the ingredients. Illusion number 5, people will judge me. Well, people judge you already. People judge you based on their own pain, and it has nothing to do with you. People will judge you no matter what you do. If you don't show up, people will judge you for hiding. If you do show up, people will judge you and say you're too big for your branches. Why can't you be like everyone else? So, 5 illusions. Remember, all of these illusions are just illusions. And the way to get out from an illusion into reality is by taking action. Only by you showing up in the world and taking real action. Me sitting right now in front of you recording this podcast, breaking the illusion that I'm not good enough as a podcast host. So there's the illusion, there's no reality. There's reality, there's no illusion. So in illusions, you have fears, excuses, worries. In reality, you just do it. You just, here I am, this is my podcast, and then you just see what happens. And here's the most beautiful thing, is when you are doing something, those illusions stop bothering you. You just don't have time. I'm recording right now, I'm not thinking, am I expert enough? This is the message, I'm gonna share it. So you just don't have the time to worry when you take action. Whatever people will think, whatever they're gonna comment, you don't have time. Am I capable or not? No, I'm sitting right here in front of you, recording this. So action dissolves illusion. That's the only solution. That's the only way to get started. So your next step is to get started. I'm hosting a free life intensive for 3 days. I'm gonna walk you through step by step. Remember, March 3rd through 5th. First day, how to make money online in 2026 using what works. Day 2, how to go from 0 to your first 10,000 followers without spending any money. Day 3, how to become an expert or producer and get your first clients. So you see how it works. You make real money, you work with real people. So DM me the word intensive on Instagram, intensive @PaulinaSolda, just one word, and that can change everything for you. Remember, someday is not the day of the week. March 3rd is when we get started. I'll see you at intensive. Thank you so much. Bye for now.